In today's video, we are going to be sharing with you what the Amazon gurus will never tell you.
Well, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Morgan, but you can call me Lil Mo. And 5 years ago, I was a broke waitress.
I was a shirt cane foreman.
And we had never sold anything on Amazon. We saw a video kind of like this that we thought was definitely fake, but we figured, what do we have to lose? Let's go for it.
And guess what? $5.3 million later, we did it.
Thank goodness that we started. This is an actual live training. We have two Australian Shepherds that...
And they love to screw up our lives. So get ready for it, guys.
They love to be loud one specific time, every Wednesday at noon Central Time. But what you see is definitely what you get. We were sick of the online gurus making crazy, unrealistic promises, so we decided to hop online and share what we know with you. So thank you so much for giving us the most valuable thing that you have, your time. We are going to just be covering 3 major topics today, and then we are going to answer your questions live. So drop any questions you want to ask 2 7-figure sellers in the chat. If you find this video valuable, hit thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe, because we just launched a 3-part series that shows you step-by-step exactly how you can find products to sell on Amazon from the comfort of your home without a lot of money and without any experience whatsoever.
And go ahead and turn on those notifications, so that way every Wednesday when we jump on this live, you're going to be notified and we could interact, as we love interacting with you guys.
All right, so we have 3 things that other Amazon gurus are never going to tell you, but we actually want to help you make money. So we're just going to tell you. Let's
go.
I wish somebody would have told us this whenever we started.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I always have lipstick on my teeth. I just do. It's just what happens.
Hey,
or food in my teeth.
The more live, the better.
Okay, if I ever have lipstick on my teeth, y'all just tell me in the comments. All right, so the first thing we want to cover is income screenshots you see from these huge gurus. Keep in mind, those numbers are not profit. That's sales numbers, okay? So sales are not profit. You want to tell them what profit margin we aim for?
Yes. So although all the profits look great and are great, but what we try to teach and what we hit is around 30%. So we try to teach a 3 times rule, where we buy the product for a third, Amazon takes a third, and the other third comes in our pocket. So all those numbers that you usually see, you could probably guess that the range would be around anywhere from 20 to 40% of profit on the most part of every seller that's selling on Amazon. Sometimes we'll have some great deals where you could find a book at Goodwill or any thrift store, and that return on investment is gonna be much higher. It could be up to like 200%. It just depends on what you're gonna find.
Yeah, and it's not a have-all be-all, but just for example, let's say for this little face mask, we pay $5 for it. Okay, we want to sell it for 3 times what we paid. So we want to sell it for at least $15, because Amazon is gonna get 1/3. So it's going to cost $5. Amazon gets $5 to ship it 2-day Prime and fees. And then we want to make $5 profit. So it's just an easy way to look at an item and see, hey, will this be profitable? But always scan it on the Amazon seller app to verify.
I think I could jump in right now and say, like, a lot of people are always concerned about Amazon fees and the cost that might be. But when you just ship a normal product to, say, a friend across the country, it could cost you anywhere from $3 to Jesus, who knows how high it could go depending on how heavy it is. So a lot of those fees do involve shipping, storage in the warehouse, and just picking and moving those products. So it's a lot of work.
Don't worry about the fees. The successful sellers don't worry about the fees. You focus on the profit.
The profits.
And a way to keep the fees lower is to focus on selling items that weigh less than 1 pound, are small enough to fit in a shoebox, and anything that is really light. It's just going to keep your fees even less and keep more money in your pocket. This is Cajun, our rescue dog. He wants to be in the video, clearly.
But like we like to call him, the crazy man. The wild man Cajun, because he is a handful and we love him.
He definitely is. Okay, so the second thing Amazon gurus don't want to tell you is selling on Amazon is not get rich quick. Okay, it is not. And so if you are in a bind for cash, like if you can't pay your rent tomorrow, Amazon is not the way to do it because you're not going to make money immediately. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money in your first month, your first few weeks, but it's going to take time. You can make a lot of money, but it's going to be slowly. And to me, that's better because I don't want money that's going to come real quick and not last forever. I'm looking to be financially free. I want income that's going to last me over time, that's going to let me quit my job I hate, like it did for Brooke and I. So I think it's much better to have slow money because it can definitely last.
Yeah, because and then that first month might be real slow, and then you might figure things out, and it just keeps building and building, and you keep reinvesting those profits until after a couple of months, you could say peace out to that job you hate or that second job you hate, and or you just have it as a second job, making more money, and all your vacations or whatever you love to do could get paid from your Amazon store. So that's what we try to tell everyone. It's not get rich quick, but you can become financially free if you just keep working on it and never quit.
That is so true. And a lot of people think that it's too late to start selling on Amazon. And so I just want to share, since Brooke and I started teaching people how to sell on Amazon, like I said, we're not gurus by any means. We're not business, experts or pros. We just share what has worked for us.
We absolutely learn everything as we go, and we're getting smarter and smarter as it goes on. And today we're going to learn something.
We learn something new every day.
So just know that it's just a continual learning curve.
Okay, so we have a private group for anybody who gets our guide. If you want to learn more, you can head to CajunVenturesMo.com. And I got this message from Sue today. She posted this in our group today saying, just wanted to say thanks. This is the nicest, most positive and supportive group of people I've been amongst. And it makes my heart so happy because when we started, we didn't have anybody to ask questions. We didn't have anybody to go to. And being an entrepreneur can be really lonely, y'all, because the highs are high and the lows are low. And you don't have anybody cheering you on. You don't have anybody, your friends and family are not going to be your biggest supporters. So it has been amazing. And this community that we have created has surpassed our dreams of anything we could have ever imagined. And I just want to show you a couple of our clients that I am so proud of. I'm proud of each and every single one of them. But as you can see, they're getting sales almost daily. This was just posted, I believe it was this week in our group. They have already done 1,216 in sales. That day they had 85.
How cool is that? An extra $400 in their pocket?
That's crazy. And then Sandy she's a rock star, y'all. She literally just started a couple months ago. And as you can see, just in this one day, she had 31 orders, and she started, I think, 3 or 4 months ago, and she's already done $19,000 in sales. And the most incredible thing to me is she sources all her products with her son, JJ. So if you are a parent and you're thinking, I want something where I can be home with my kids, this is definitely an awesome way to do it. Raina did it with a little baby, with her little girl.
No excuses. They just figured out a way to make it happen and they carry them along with them.
Exactly. And I'll just show you one more. This is Krista, and she actually has an even better update since this because she's been doing it for 1 month now. But just in her first 3 weeks, she did $3,000 in sales. Now, Amazon is like any other business, okay? Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised. What you put in is what you're going to get out. Those are just some examples because I want you to see what some people have achieved, because if you're willing, if you're open-minded, if you're positive, and if you're willing to learn, this is possible for you. But the first step, you have to believe it is.
Yeah, absolutely. These people are a proof that it's within your reach, that you could touch it, you could taste it, because they're just starting out their journey. So if they're starting out, I would think, well, if they could do it, I could definitely do it too. And you know what? I believe you can do it. And we both believe that you can do it. It just takes the work and the effort.
Yes.
And it goes a long way.
And just during our most recent video, we had a lot of questions asked. So I wrote down a bunch so we can answer a lot of them in here. And then the third and final thing we want to share that most gurus will not tell you is when you start selling on Amazon, you cannot sell every single product.
No.
A lot of items, and to me, honestly, it's a good thing because Amazon is a brand. It is the number one place that people shop for any item. So they don't just want to allow anybody on their platform to rip people off, maybe just take people's money and not ship items. You have to prove yourself. Now, is it hard to do this? Definitely not. We recommend starting with books because most of those are going to be ungated. Tell them what we mean by gated.
Gated is just saying that the brand or the category you're trying to sell in is blocked off for you at that point. Don't mean that you can't get into it, but they're just staying safe, and you could sell a couple products until you could prove yourself to get ungated to sell that brand or that category or in that category. So you could get gated or ungated in a category and in the brand. So just because you get ungated in the category doesn't mean you could get ungated in the brand. It's going to take some work, but you can do it in both.
And how you get ungated for these things, like the free way to do it is the more sales that you make, the more categories they're going to allow you sell it. Now, some items are always going to be restricted, like alcohol for one. I think it's like luxury, like a collectible artwork, some weird categories that you probably wouldn't even want to sell in. But like beauty, grocery. Now, the other way to do it is really not hard. And please, please, please do not pay a guru thousands of dollars for some ungating service because you don't need any of that. All you have to do is go to an authorized supplier. Like if you want to get ungated for Nike, for example, all you have to do is
I know eBay is a good place for that. And you have to buy like 10
items.
Most people will buy 10 pairs of socks, for example.
Cheapest, yeah.
And then you turn in your invoice, and Amazon would approve you through that. If they deny it, you just turn it in again and turn it in again.
Yeah,
Amazon never give up.
Amazon has no consistency. So like in our guide, we show people one item you can buy that gets you ungated for Disney, Lego, and Star Wars. But we've helped 1,600 clients launch their business, and of the hundreds that have applied for approval, every single one has a different process. Yep. So some of them will get approved the first time. We were actually on vacation in our Sprinter van when we got approved at a beach, and we got one. We had to do 3 times. The second 2, after we figured out what we did wrong, they got approved the first try. So like anything else in life with Amazon or any venture you start, don't give up when you hit one roadblock. I think that is the reason most people fail at selling on Amazon. Either one, they never even get started because they're scared. But like, who's scared of making extra money for your family and possibly making your life be better? Like, okay, we were scared, so that's kind of a wrong thing to say.
Yeah, but another thing I want to throw into there too, because a lot of sellers are new and we might interact with each other, and you might hear, well, they got approved for Nike, they got approved for Lego, but they're not letting me. You know what? Don't compare yourself to the other seller, because you might be able to get ungated in something better than they are getting ungated in, and then they might be jealous of you. So don't let that jealousy affect your selling, and don't just keep finding products that you can make money on. It's not about what you like, it's what about the customer wants.
Exactly. And I'd love to hear like our reason for wanting to start making money on Amazon. We hated our jobs. We were miserable. Well, and we were tired. We
wanted to be free birds.
We wanted to be free. We were tired of trading our time for money. I'd love to hear in the comments, why do you want to make extra money on Amazon?
Yeah, let us know, because it's so cool to see your answers.
Absolutely. Like, do you want to just provide more for your family? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to be able to afford a vacation every year? Like, what is it? Do you just want
extra money? Do you just want another source of income? Just let us know, because it's pretty cool to see where everybody's journey comes from.
And I have to say, the beauty of the internet, it really evened things. So like Brooke and I both grew up in trailers. He was a farmer most of his life. We did not have anybody teaching us about business, finances. Like I thought only rich people went on vacations and started businesses. I just grew up with that mentality. But the internet changed everything, because you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a storefront, employees, tons of inventory, like how we started with just a book right off our bookshelf.
So no one knows.
Nobody
who's
knows
running that store. So there's no barriers to cross in this. So just keep positive.
Yeah, they don't care who your mama is, your daddy is. They don't care about your skin color, if you're female, male, whatever you are. They don't care. All they care is if you provide good customer service and have good products. To me,
it's a perfect world, because there's no color, there's no race, there's no gender, nothing. We've been
able to help people from like worldwide, you can do this. We've helped people from all walks of life. The one thing they have in common is they are all hard workers and they are all really positive. And so those are two things that are super important. So I guess we could go over just real quick. A lot of people were asked, some stats for y'all. If anybody is still doubting this Amazon thing, just last year they had 200,000 third-party Amazon sellers, and that's like people like me and you. And you, like all of us, we're third-party sellers. Over 200,000 of them did over $100,000 in sales. So everybody's profit margin is different. Like what we teach would be the 3 times rule, where you would average about 30 to 33,000 if you follow the rule that we do. Sometimes it's going to be more, sometimes it's going to be less, and most of those people aren't even doing it full time. So that just kind of shows you how powerful it is. And 56% of items that are purchased on Amazon are not from Jeff. They're from small business owners just like us.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So that gives us an opportunity, right?
Yeah, big one, huge.
All right. And then and then another way that you can increase your sales by 30 to 50% is, instead of doing FBM, where you fulfill the orders fulfilled by merchant, where you ship them yourself, you want to send all your stuff to Amazon and do FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, because that's going to increase your sales 30 to 50%. Everybody wants 2-day prime shipping,
and
right?
If you haven't packaged 10 items before in the morning that had to go out in that day, you're going to realize why FBA is the way to go, because prepping and packaging 10 to 20, even however many you might have, it becomes a lot of work and a lot of time.
Yeah, Sandy said that like she had 36 or 31, something crazy orders, and that is better than no orders at all. Don't hear me wrong. I think that's amazing, but it's very hard to grow your business when you're spending hours packaging orders. Yes. Instead, you could just throw them all in a box, send them to Amazon, and let them do the work for you. All right. Do you want to tell them some of the places to get ungated?
A couple places to get ungated.
These are just places we have used. There are millions of places.
EE Distribution, Bulk Office Supply, East Bay, Frontier Co-op.
So those are just a couple. In our guide, we show you step by step exactly how to do it. So if you need more information, now I guess, should we just go to the questions?
Yeah, I think that would be the coolest, because y'all have questions and we're wanting to answer them. So let's interact in this. Drop your questions.
Yeah, drop your questions.
Keep them coming.
And keep them coming, because we definitely want to, we take this time out for you. We want to provide value. We don't want to share the same thing every single week. So in the main comments, y'all, let us know because we're going to be recording some more videos tomorrow. If there's anything in particular you want us to cover, drop it in the comments. Any specific questions, because we've been selling so long, sometimes it's hard to think, what exactly do people want to know? So that's super helpful to help us help you. All right, so which one should we start with? Who wants to ask the first question?
They had a couple already.
Should I start at the top or bottom?
Let's just go from the top and then we'll go down to the bottom.
Okay, well, a lot of these are just the names. So let me start from the bottom and go up, right?
Because they're going to keep asking more.
Okay, I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. And thank y'all so much for joining us. It means the absolute world. Test. When we first started, it was just me, Brooke, and my mama, maybe his mom, the net watching. So we appreciate it. Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, I was born in Texas, so small world. All right. So Trenton wants to know, they want to start selling on Amazon, but they need help locating and getting products wholesale. So wholesale is definitely a game changer for your business. Lucky for you, we just launched a 3-part series. If you watch the first 2 parts that were posted already, they show you step by step. We use Smart Scout, and we convince the owner to give y'all all a free month to try it out. So if that is something that you want to try out, just head to CajunVenturesMo.com/Smart Scout and enter the code Cajun Ventures all caps.
Ventures all caps. And it might show that it's only a 7-day, but it really is a 30-day free trial for you guys that sign up with our code.
Yeah. So the main key is just, it's kind of a lot to explain right now, but wholesale is a great way to go, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just find products that's already selling, and you're basically just a middleman. All right, Megan wants to know, what software would you recommend for finding the best products to sell on Amazon? You want to answer?
We have a couple of them. I'll let you go for it. I don't know which ones you're thinking, because we have 3 that we use. So
it totally depends on what you want to do. Okay, so I'll say this: as far as getting ungated and using any sort of apps, our first probably 3 years on Amazon, we only used the Amazon Seller app and Jungle Scout a little bit.
Scout,
a little bit.
Chrome extension. We didn't
just
even
the
get
extension.
the full.
So it is, first of all, it's totally possible to find things just with your phone. So if you have a low budget, don't let all these apps overwhelm you.
They're just tools here to help you.
They'll help you for sure, but they are definitely not a requirement to find products. Right now, we are all about Smart Scout because it'll show you what every single Amazon seller, their products they sell. So you can literally just go. The most important thing about Amazon, you got to be data driven,
right? Because
you can't go with like what you want to buy. You have to go with what's already selling. So we love Smart Scout for finding online arbitrage opportunities and wholesale.
Lots of wholesale.
Now, if you want to do private label, definitely Jungle Scout or Helium 10. You do not need them both. They do the exact same thing. And we have discounts for all of them if y'all need. And then a lot of people love Keepa, which basically tells you the history over time, the selling history.
To me, that's a very important tool.
That is a tool. And then there's one that I'm getting familiar with now because it's so affordable that I want people to have a pretty cheap option. And they have tons of tutorials here on YouTube that go over, and that is Seller Amp. And one of our friends, Jeremy, has been like all about it. So those are 2 that a lot of people use, but don't get overwhelmed with all the apps. The main thing we do recommend for accounting is Inventory Lab, because that'll keep track of all of that for you.
So let's just say sales rank chart and Amazon app scanning will tell you a lot of what you need to know. So that's pretty much all you need to get started. So all the extra apps are just lagniappe to help you make more sales and grow your business.
Exactly. Ashley, that's a great question. So in the last video, we showed how Crocs, this one pair of tie-dye Crocs, do almost $500,000 in monthly sales. And okay, is anybody else shocked that Crocs sell for $61, or is that just me?
I'm more, that ain't even the question I want to hear. Drop in the comments on the side if you own a pair of Crocs.
Yeah, do you own Crocs? Are Crocs with socks? I saw that was a hashtag. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't own a pair of Crocs, but I think it's interesting. You're either a Croc person or you're not. I don't know.
You are.
Let us know.
You love them or you hate them. My papa that was his favorite pair of shoes. I did buy 1 pair before for him, but that is it. But they were not that expensive, y'all. Okay, so yeah, basically all that Smart Scout does, it's going to show you opportunities where Amazon doesn't have the buy box so that you can get it. So what you would do once you find the product, you would just go reach out to the supplier. We normally just go directly to the brand. And if you go to cageadventuresmo.com/Smart Scout, we actually made a sheet that has the exact message we send to wholesalers if y'all need help with that. All these links are in the description, so don't worry about like writing them down as soon as I say them. But to
become a wholesaler, a lot of times you do have to have an LLC, an EIN number,
correct,
and be a business to get those products in.
That is very true, and it's not hard to get those things, and I think it's definitely
selling
worth it.
Books and retail arbitrage. You do not need any of that stuff. You just could use your social security number and become an individual seller. So just know that to become a wholesaler, you do have to have an LLC and an EIN.
All right. This is a great question. Is there a specific day or time you would recommend for finding items at the stores?
Absolutely. In the middle of the week when no one else is shopping.
And we try to ask the stores what day we always make friends with the people who work there and ask what day do they get the new shipments in. So
just think on a Sunday afternoon, everything's gone through that store, and usually you won't find anything good on a Sunday afternoon late.
I don't even like now. If these are the only times you can go, you can find stuff anytime. It's just not the ideal time. I don't like going to the stores on the weekends. I don't like to be around that many people. If you have the availability to go at like 9-10 a.m. to me, that's a perfect time.
And another reason why too is once you start scanning, all of a sudden it's like people from every aisle just come and act like whatever you're looking at is the gold.
They think you're like a freak show, and then all these people want to ask, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they're so nosy. Sometimes they'll be rude. So I just say, I'm working, like, I don't know. It seems kind of crazy that everybody cares all of a sudden.
Oh, I would buy that shirt. Y'all like my shirt, I see. Thank y'all. I don't know. I created it and I made it. Maybe one day we'll start giving them away to our followers for sure. So I'm gonna look into ordering a couple extras.
Okay, so this is a great question. How much do I need to start? We actually did a whole video on this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we started with $1 flipping books from Goodwill. Now, granted, the more money you have, the faster you can scale your business, but it is definitely not a requirement to have thousands of dollars by any means whatsoever.
And we'd find any given time to go scan books at Goodwill, because I had one close to my job. Morgan had a couple on her route, so we'd stop. I'd go on my lunch breaks every day, scan books, and people would laugh at me whenever they were going out to eat, and I'd diss them to go to work.
Congratulations on your first sale. This is Brooke's goal, right?
Dude, this is all I want for everyone, just to make their first sale, because it could give you the momentum to keep going, and it teaches you that there is another way, and it is real. It finally lets you know that it's real and it's possible. So congratulations on your first sale.
Exactly. All right. So how do I know Amazon's going to accept me? So we have a video also on this about how to get approved. Most of the times people are not approved. They're not following Amazon's rules. They're not sending stuff in the right format. Their driver's license or their bank, whatever it is, the name doesn't match. The address doesn't match. They're just
in a bad place, I think, and they don't have all their documents in order or their finances in order. So you don't really need to have it perfect, but you need to have what they're asking for and make sure it's in that format.
Very true. Now, this is a great question. How many books do you have to buy to get a decent profit? It is not quantity, it is quality. You can make the same amount off one really good book as you can off of getting 100 books. You basically want to scan the item. So look, I actually grabbed this book off my bookshelf earlier. So we are a big fan of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and this is another book that he wrote, The Real Book of Real Estate. We actually use our Amazon profits to get into real estate investing. So today I grabbed this off the bookshelf just to see if I could use it as an example, and I was shocked what I saw. So this book is, every time you scan an item, it's going to have a sales rank number, y'all. And the lower that is, the more likely it is to sell. If you go to cageadventuresmo.com/chart, you can get a free sales rank chart that basically tells you, which number is good in each category. This book right now, the lowest used, and it's ranked 240. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we're about to sell this, okay? We don't need this anymore. We're selling it.
We'll buy another.
This is ranked 241,000 in books, which is incredible. You probably can't read this, but the lowest price on this is $55.75. I got this at Goodwill, 8 books for $1. So I'll just tell you, let's say I sold it for that price, the profit on that would be $39. So this one book could make me more than 20 books. We even shared a book in our private group that you can order online for $7, and it was selling anywhere from 25 to 40. So definitely focus more on sales rank and the profit of the book. We have found that hardcover, any religion, textbooks, niche books, comic books, any books,
coffee table books,
any books that kind of look harder to find, not just like your basic, like, what's that book called? Any basic, like Twilight, like anything that is easy for people to come across, those usually sell for less. So, all right. So let me keep going. Let me scroll down to the bottom, because we got a lot more now. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bottom. All right. So shipping to Amazon, cheapest. The beauty of Amazon is they give you their discount. So we ship everything via UPS. And how much for we normally will...
It's around $15 for a 50-pound box. I say give or take a couple of cents.
Yeah, so you save a lot of money using their discounts, because normally like a 2-pound priority box would be about that same price. And so
that's why we recommend you getting like a big bundle of items to list before you just send in one item to Amazon, because the more you have, the lower that shipping costs to Amazon will cost you.
This is our friend Steve.
Hey Steve, what's happening?
Of course, books actually sell on Amazon. You're the king of selling books on Amazon. So Steve actually helps his mom learn how to sell on Amazon and make like 3,000 extra every single month. And that's the other beauty of Amazon is it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter anything like that. If you're willing to put in the work, you can make money doing it. So obviously, we have met so many $1 million Amazon sellers who all started with books,
and they're all willing to help, and they all share a lot of valuable information. So these people, if they're sharing it, there's still plenty of opportunity out there. The real gatekeepers, to me, there's none. And the people that are trying to gatekeep, they're just naive to think that Amazon's getting saturated, because it's not. We can find products anywhere, any given day, anywhere as we go.
Yeah, and y'all, Steve has really, really good tutorials on his page. So if y'all want to subscribe to him, he gives you tons and tons of tons
the king
of leads.
Of book selling, in my opinion,
for sure. Okay, I think that Rose meant, she meant leads. Okay, so we don't actually have a Discord group. We met Steve and this other guy, Carter, in Miami. We got invited to speak at this Amazon seller conference. We met the coolest people, and Carter has a Discord group that sends you daily. Explain it while I type this.
Leads, he has people that go out and search deals, and they put your return on investment, where to find it, where to buy it. And you could just purchase from there, but
it's all online.
And it's another good way to look for other things while you're shopping on that online store. Just because they're putting that product doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to buy it. But me and Morgan like to look at, hey, what can we bundle with this product? Hey, what else is on sale on that website that we could find it?
That's how we use it, because we have gotten a ton of, and I had a delivery this weekend that we've already made like 10 sales, and I just listed them on Sunday, and today's Wednesday. But the Discord group is amazing. Like, for example, they had one website they were showing items from. I would have never in a million years thought to even look at products there. And I added 11 products to our catalog just from getting the idea from that group. So it is a great place. And especially if you're just like, I wouldn't sign up if you're just getting started, because you need to have your Amazon account. You need to know the basics, or it's not going to serve you any purpose. But it definitely, and then the big value to me is anytime I need to get ungated for anything, I go search the brand in the group, and it'll tell you exactly where to go.
Yeah, they have great chats in there that can help you out as well. Let's see, go up right here.
Where?
Down right below Steve. Which packaging?
Okay.
That's an easy one that we could help her out with.
What packaging would you use to get started, like different sizes or boxes?
Yeah, the boxes that we use.
I'm gonna let Dallas in.
All right. Be ready, y'all. We might have World War III coming up right here between these dogs, but they always get pumped up on our lives. But anyways, the packaging that we use a lot of times comes from Lowe's, Home Depot, or lately I've been going to U-Haul, and they have great packaging, and we use the small boxes, mediums, mostly. We usually don't stick with the largers because our products all usually weigh too much, and in the medium box, we could usually fit 50 pounds, and don't go over 50 pounds or they will charge you a fee. So that's usually where we find most of our boxes. And if we're trying to just do our small FBM orders, we'll just usually recycle packaging that we've got in the mail. Now, we're big believers in recycling.
Absolutely. And all the products that we use that we order from Amazon, they're all linked. I think it's in our description. It's amazon.com/shop/CageAdventures. But we recycle most of the things that we use. All right. This is a great question. A lot of people get nervous for the video call, and it is so easy. Literally, all you have to do is hold up your license or whatever proof of ID you have, and they just verify it's you. That's it.
Yeah,
it's nothing complicated.
They want to make sure it's not a bot or just somebody else faking like they're someone else to try to make money and rip people off.
Margarita, I love your name, and this is a great question. How do you know when something's sold if it was sold as FBM, a notification? So FBM, fulfilled by merchant, we have it set up where they text us anytime.
And what do we hear every time?
Cha-ching! Cha-ching! And it's like we do like every day when we used to make 100 in sales, we're doing happy dances, like yes. And then when we got to the point we were making more before we got out of bed, before we went to the jobs we hated, we're like, it's time to roll. We got to get out of here. But if you have your notifications turned on, but you want to check every day, it's going to show up under your orders. because you have to ship it within 1 business day. So make sure that you have that turned on, because that is a way to get your account in the red by not shipping items on time.
It's actually under manage orders.
And make sure you go to, once you click it, make sure you go to the bottom right, and there's some little lines, and you want to filter it and make sure.
Yeah, I don't know if.
Make sure that it doesn't.
I was just trying to show them what it was to manage orders.
And if you ever get a communication, make sure you respond to it ASAP. I just saw we have one, so I'm like, respond to that right now. Just go to your settings to set that up. I think ours just came set up like that, but we signed up 5 years ago, so I don't know if it is different now, but we only have it turned on for FBM orders. All right, I want to start, but I'm so nervous. I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, and I really want to get started. You take that one.
So what are you nervous about? Is what I would say. Are you nervous about?
Like excited
or just scared that you're gonna fail? But actuality, if you don't try, how do you know if you're gonna fail or succeed? So I think you're just really mind screwing yourself when you're thinking this way, because you should just go for it. That's what I say. If you're thinking about it, just go and scan a book and list something from your house and see if it'll sell.
If you don't try, you're gonna 100% fail. And like, what makes you more nervous? The opportunity of maybe making some money and making your life be better, or
we gotta tell them this story.
Or okay, we will. Or you not being nervous and letting fear dictate your decisions and stop, and your life is the exact same 5 years from now. So I think that you should go for it. We have so many stay-at-home moms are superheroes, and we have so many who are crushing the Amazon game. So obviously we say go for it. Okay.
Hey, I just want to give a huge shout out to my dad. I know the other day we were giving him hell because he says, "Oh, I open up the YouTube and sometimes I usually don't even watch y'all videos."
No, he said he never watches our videos.
Guess what, y'all? He's here today, and I love him for it.
He's here, and at the time we were in Belize, we had took both his parents. We were having a blast, and he just says, "Yeah, I never watched the videos." We're like, "What, Johnny? Come on!"
It gave us a really good laugh.
But he's here now,
he's here
baby.
Today.
So we appreciate that so much. Oh, whoops, I clicked. Okay, which videos do you suggest to start with? I would start with our training tonight at CajunVenturesMo.com. If you're brand new, it's totally geared for beginners. It's going to explain all these in acronyms. It's going to show you step by step exactly how to get started. And if you're interested in getting any, access to us daily in our private Facebook group, and just being around a community of like-minded people will take you places you never thought you could go. So I think that's one of the most valuable things about what we have created. But you do not have to have a mentor or spend thousands of dollars on a course to be successful on Amazon. You can learn everything with much cheaper programs or here for free on YouTube. It is a wealth of knowledge. So do not let, if you can't afford some expensive program, do not let that stop you from starting, y'all.
Yeah, drop more questions. I love all these. Y'all actually asking really good ones.
I don't know what link you're looking for. Let me know. We have most our links in the description below, but I am not sure what link you're talking about. Sold and old. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is a great idea, especially if you don't have a lot of a lot of money to get started,
or if you don't have time to go out and you just want to try to see if you can become a seller and be successful. A lot of you guys have books lying around your house.
And we've had somebody in our group this week, they went and asked, I think it was maybe on like a Facebook group, like
maybe around your community, yeah,
saying, "Hey, does anybody have any books you want to get rid of?" And one person had like over 100 books, and I think she scanned one. It was worth like over $200.
It might take a little bit to sell because it was right around the million mark. But if she got it for free, I'd have sent that baby in and hope for the best, because I think she will sell it.
Yo, we have an idea, by the way. So a couple months ago, unfortunately, we had lost my papa. My mama's been really, really sad, understandably. And our idea was to start from $0 and turn it into $10,000 to take her on her dream vacation. I want y'all to comment if you think that we should do it.
Yeah, take mama somewhere and let us know where we should take her, and let us know if we should do it, because we're really starting to brainstorm on how we could get this done. But we're going to start with absolutely zero, like not even $1. We're going to try to find something for free and turn that into $10,000 to see how we could get it done and document it, so that way you guys know, hey, I don't have capital to start my Amazon business if I want to get into wholesale or private label, but this might be a cool way that you could turn zero into your private label product.
Yes. Joanna, this makes me want to cry. Joanna's one of our students, and she's just crushing it, y'all. I could tell that she pours her heart and soul into it. Her work ethic is why she has had these results, not Cajun. Y'all, this is a foster dog. Nobody wanted to love him. They gave him up, but look at him. All he wants to do is love you.
He does love people, but my girl Dalpal and him sometimes just are still figuring each other out.
Anyways, Joanna is proof. Back to the Amazon, off the dog.
I can talk about the dogs all day.
She is proof that it doesn't matter, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you have any business experience, if it doesn't matter, none of that matters. It's all about your work ethic and what you put into it. And we are so proud of you, by the way. All right, so you want to do maybe one or two more?
Yeah, let's get them.
Okay, life's short. Take your mama on that vacation, right? That's what I said. That's what I told him. Well, if so, I'm thinking about, starting it soon. So
let's see.
All right, I'm trying to find a video.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I see now. For the training for beginners, yes, you got to push past your fear, because every time we've been scared to do something, right after we went for it, something really great happened is the crazy thing. It's at CajunVenturesMo.com. And if you don't remember, just click the description and it will be right down there. All right.
You could click on that one, but it's kind of hard to see a percentage of what we have.
I can't even.
We're all over everywhere. So we do.
How do you get the guide? Models. If you go to CajunVenturesMo.com at the end of the training, it will explain it. But whether you decide to get our guide or not, we didn't want to be like those people who make webinars and make you sit through this and you don't get any information unless you give them, buy into their program. We were very, very intentional about that. So we made our guide have tons of information and tons of benefits, whether you decide the webinar, whether you decide to get our guide or not. So I think that's important. All right. So I'm trying to look for, let me go down, new comments. Y'all are rolling today. I can barely keep up. Okay. Put in my first FBA order books. Now I'm lost. I'd like to do drop shipping. Drop shipping is not allowed on Amazon, so we cannot help with that. Drop shipping could be a great business if you have like a Shopify store, something like that, but it has to be 2-day prime shipping. It's not allowed. That's going to get your account shut down really, really quick. So we cannot help you with that, because we try to play by Amazon's rules as much as possible.
That's one of the things we want. We want all you guys to be in it for the long run and not the short run. And that drop shipping, a lot of times your account will get suspended or get deactivated real quick, even though you're making really good money. And you know what? All your money is going to be locked into that account and you won't be able to get it back. So we're trying to play by Amazon's rules on everything we do. And that's what we're trying to guide you the best way that we know how.
Exactly. Okay. And why are some not able to do FBA? Some items can't be sent FBA, like sprays, liquids, hazardous, meltable, any items like that. But whenever you scan it on the app, you'll see. So it's not like anything that you'd have to know at all. Okay. So let me read this. It's kind of long. We scan the book on the app, then should we only buy if we make a certain dollar amount? Like if other books are going for $3, is it worth selling if you buy it? No. You would never want to sell something for $3 because they couldn't even ship it prime today. We try to focus on items selling for at least minimum $15. Now, if we get something for free or for 8 cents at Goodwill, we might sell it a little lower. But okay, so how the Amazon fees work?
The lower the price,
the higher the fees, the percentage of it. So like I could sell something for $100 and it probably won't be a 30% fee margin, because it costs the same amount for Amazon to send an item that weighs 6 ounces, whether you sell it for $5 or $100.
Yeah, it's definitely, shipping costs a lot of money for some of these things. So just imagine what the weight of some of these things will cost, and $3 wouldn't even break even.
No way. You want no. You want to definitely make sure you could lose money that way. You don't want to work for free. So just type in the buy costs and then you'll see the profit margin. Okay, congratulations on finding some stuff at Marshall's. How much do y'all send per box per week? I guess maybe items you mean, right?
Yeah, because it's always varying what we find. But I know we usually try to get up to like 13,000 in sales per week is our goal, is what we try to hit.
Yeah, so we have been all over the place the past 5 years with our sales, and at one point we were doing like $5,000 in daily sales.
And that was when we were sending in 13,000 in
like a day,
items.
like crazy.
A week. It was because we keep logs of it every week. So yeah.
But what we've realized is sales don't really matter. So now we would rather have less sales and more profit margin. We actually, after the pandemic, it made us kind of take a look at all of our inventory, and we changed everything. We got rid of anything selling for low price points, anything that had a lot of returns, and because we're way more focused on profit margin than just fancy sales numbers. So like I could tell you for today, this month, it's the last day of this month, and we're at almost, let me see, this month, we're at almost $35,000 in sales. And while that is down from what we did last year, I know that these items are more profitable.
Correct.
And we're at a point like we don't want to send in shipments every single day.
It was really time consuming.
Really time consuming, yeah.
And I'm almost embarrassed to say where our sales were before monthly sales, because they were really high, and it feels like we're not doing great anymore. And I think it's like when I see those numbers, they're awesome, but like why am I feeling bad about
it's insane because
our business model?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Every day I would feel sad if I didn't have 5,000 in sales. Now my daily sales goal is $1,000.
I think it's just a mental game.
It's a mental thing for sure. And once you hit a certain number, you always want to hit that. But then you got to look at your quality of life. You know, do I want to have more time with my dogs? Do I want to be able to go on vacation with my family? So we just want to say thank y'all so much for taking time out of your busy day. We're going to be live again next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. If we didn't get to your question, drop it in the main chat and we will answer it for you. Let us know what you want more content on, because we want to make stuff that actually helps you. Yeah. And I guess that's it for this week. So we appreciate y'all so much. And thank y'all for 40,000 subscribers. I forgot to say that at the beginning. So cool. We were terrified to post videos just 2 years ago. I wanted to be on YouTube for years, but I let fear stop me, y'all. I was so scared. What will people think? And, you know, some people do think negatively, and that's okay. That's a them problem, because when I see the amount of people we've been able to help just by putting ourselves out there, that's why we're so passionate about telling you, don't let fear stop you. Because if you go for big, scary things, you're going to accomplish things that you never even thought were possible. Yeah. That's it. All right. So y'all go make that money. We'll see you next week. Bye.